In this lesson I will talk about the colors in logo design. Colors helping us to recognize a logo in a split second. If I say what is the blue of Facebook and which one is for Twitter, and I would put the two next to each other, you would pick with ease which is which, because we know it and they are so different. There are about 70 million colors on the computer, so it should be easy to pick a color. Well, it's not that easy, because there is so much confusion. I would like to have with a simple typology I'm using for colors. There is two types of effects of colors. There is the biological effect, which is born with us, and the social effect, which we learn. The biological is simple. If there are the warm and the cold colors, for example, cold colors are pulling to the background and calming us, like blues and greens, and warm colors are making us feel warmer, and they are more friendlier and they are more pushing, like reds and oranges and yellows. If you go into a room painted orange, you immediately start to feel a bit warmer yourself, and your appetite is higher, etc., etc. This is what people use in movies, for example, to setting the feeling, coloring the whole movie into one color, like green goes very nice with science fiction because it's alienating a bit. But there are also the social effects which we learn, and they are not as deep rooting inside us like the biological effects. Social effects, for example, that the color green is going for everything biological, ecological, environmental friendly products, and it also is the color of the money. But this one is only for the US. So the social effect, you have to consider what is your target group, where are they living, in which society they are living, and use the social effects accordingly. For example, in the Western culture, black is the color of death and grieving, and in other cultures, like in the Japanese culture, it's white. So you always have to consider who is your target group by using the social effects. But if you know these few things about biological and social effects, and you dig a bit deeper into that, it is making for you easier to pick a color for your client. So picking a good color for the logo is first of all considering the effects I was just talking about. Second of all, it's simplicity. In the simplicity lesson I was talking about how important it is to keep your logo as simple as possible. And the same goes for colors. Use 3 or 4 maximum. If it's a gradient, yes, there are several colors into that, but it's still just 1 or 2 colors going into each other, but not it's not a rainbow. So don't use too many colors, because it will just make your logo complicated and less easy to understand at a blink. And also, if it doesn't have a main color, it's heavier to build an identity on it, a visual identity building from the same colors of the logo, and yeah, it won't work as good. Third of all, when you picked your colors, test your colors, which means show it to clients, show it to friends and to other designers before showing it to the clients, to get some more feedback about how do they feel about it. One great website I could say you should use is colorlovers.com. Well, Color Lovers is letting people create color palettes from the 17 million colors we have, and let them name it. So they have a database. The database with pool of color palettes. You can search and see what people think about one thing. Like let's say you search for coffee, you would think only brown stuff would come up and brown colors, but no, there is so many fresh colors combined with the idea of coffee. So it's worth a look. Colorlovers.com is a great site. So don't rely on color. It's also a good tip, because colors are great and you have so many to pick from. But if you do your logo design only around one idea or one visual joke or visual game about colors, then it's gonna fail. And I tell you why, because a lot of logos are used in black and white as well. Your logo have to be good in one color, printed on a t-shirt, on the side of a truck, painted on the sidewalk with water I know I'm saying crazy stuff, but believe me, a logo has to be good only by the shape and not with color as well. It has to be good enough contrast that is standing against the background and standing on its own. So here's a little example. Let's say I made up a logo for a company working with water. Let's say it's Waterworks. Company creating water pumps. Okay, I just made it up. But if you see the W and in the blue square and the name of the company, you would understand what it is making. If you say it in a gray or black square, then you won't understand what the W is, or it would make it heavier to understand. That's why I created another version where I'm helping with the shape a bit, using the shape of a wave breaking on the shore and some water drops to make people understand this is a liquid, this is water. And this helps to differentiate the logo also when it's in black and white, and it makes it more understandable. So when you are creating your logo and give it a color, always check it in black and white. Or what I like to do from the beginning, I'm drawing you will see it, and you see it when I'm drawing, I am creating my logos in whatever color I would like to, and then later I recolor them